What is Oda's criteria for a Devilfruit user to join the Strawhats? With the reveal of Sun God Nika, it can explain why Oda chose these Devilfruit users to join the Straw Hat crew to reflect the abilities of the Nika Devilfruit. Why do I think this? It is because I think the human fruit model Sun God Nika has three parts. The first part of the Nika fruit is the ability to change the shape of their body. Gear 5 Luffy can turn into a gigantic form or bend his body to take the form of Kaido's mace club. Chopper has the human devil fruit, but the interesting part comes during Chopper's introduction. We saw him use rumble balls, which could distort the wavelength of the devil fruit's biochemistry to become different forms. He is often called a tanuki because of all the shape-shifting forms he can take. However, a Zoan Devilfruit user can only change into three forms: their original form, their hybrid form, and their complete Zoan form. Chopper, however, can turn into 7 different forms by distorting his Devilfruit. He was also the one who fought the Semi-Kikon user at Enies Lobby, who was able to disorient his body, specifically his hair, which demonstrates the capabilities of what willpower can do. Chopper's 7 forms of his human Devilfruit would be similar to how Luffy alters his body to go into different gears, separate from other Zoans which can only turn into their original, hybrid, and Zoan forms. For example, Gear 2 sped up his blood, and Gear 3 expanded part of his body like a balloon. The second part of Gear 5 is the ability to be resurrected. Although we really don't understand what happened to Luffy right before he went into Gear 5, I think it's safe to assume that he died and awakened with his heart beating again. This would be similar to Brook, who has the Revive fruit, which makes it so that he can resurrect after his first death to have a second life. Brook, when he was alive, was not able to use his Devilfruit ability and received the negative effect of a Devilfruit user to not be able to swim. However, when he got resurrected, his dormant powers came out, and now he can harness the powers of the Yomi no Mi, which utilizes the powers of the soul. This leads me to believe that Brook has been awakened since the first time we met him, just like how Luffy was not able to move as freely with his Devilfruit powers before awakening into Gear 5. Brook, also being a musician, connects back to the fact that souls and music are connected. Big Mom has the Soul Fruit, and we saw her orchestrate a musical. Spoilers for film Red ahead, so skip ahead a few seconds if you have not seen it. We saw Uta singing and her dream abilities with her Uta Devilfruit. But the word Uta was not the Japanese word for dream, but it's the Japanese word for song. I'll probably make another video going into more depth on this concept later, but the main thing to focus on is the idea that souls and music are connected. With Gear 5, Luffy awakened his Devilfruit by making the Drums of Liberation, which is most likely his heart beating, making the sounds of a drum. The Yomi no Mi foreshadowed the souls and music connection, the Gear 5 reveal, and how awakenings might work. Although I'm not as confident as to why Nico Robin's Bloom fruit is connected to Luffy's Nika Devilfruit, I do know why Nico Robin is important. Robin's name has significant meaning. The word Nico is a Japanese term meaning to laugh or smile. Additionally, Robins symbolically represent hope, good fortune, happiness, renewal, and rebirth. All of these represent Robin and what she desired in her backstory, and how Luffy and the Straw Hats were able to give it to her. She is also Miss All Sunday in Baroque works, connecting back to her becoming a part of the Sun God's crew. Her Hana no Mi powers also relate to Luffy's because robins are a symbol for the arrival of spring. The sakura petals that Robin forms when her ability activates illustrates the arrival of spring in Japan, as these petals come from cherry blossom trees found in Japan. The coming of spring is often a sign of renewal because trees start to bloom after a harsh winter. Sakura in Japan means cherry blossom, and it's derived from saku, which can mean to bloom or alternatively to smile or laugh. On a side note, this symbol in saku indicates an open mouth. This symbol might be something we have seen before. Can any of you guys tell? Yes, it's the D symbol. This translation also comments on how this symbol indicates an open mouth, like a grin. This could imply that Nika Robin is a D member. But getting back to it, Robin's Devilfruit and her name connects with the renewal and rebirth of the sun god in Luffy, and the coming of a new era or a new dawn. All of these were probably Oda's hints that these Devilfruits on Luffy's crew have some importance and foreshadowed the Gear 5 reveal. But what about the last part of the Nika Devilfruit? The last part focuses on the side effects of Luffy's gears. This is where Bonney would fit in. Her abilities of aging and distorting her future makes her similar to Luffy as she stretches and distorts her body. This could explain how Luffy turns into a chibi version of himself, as if he turns into a child when he uses Gear 3rd, or how Luffy turns old when he uses Gear 5th as repercussions to his gears. Moreover, Luffy always has a time limit on his ability, like being chibi for a minute because he uses Gear 3rd for a minute, or not having Haki for 10 minutes because of Gear 4th. So Luffy altering his body might be similar to Bonney's time-related ability to disorient her body, because we see Luffy turn into a child or an old man when he uses a new ability that taxes his body. While Luffy turning into a chibi or an old version of himself for a short period of time might be a bad side effect, it might be that this is a strength to what Bonney's Devilfruit is capable of doing for a short period of time. Therefore, I believe Bonney would be the best Straw Hat candidate to join after Egghead, and I could see Luffy taking a liking to Bonney as he remembers her name. It's possible that Bonney might have a Nami or Robin moment as well, where she needs Luffy and the Straw Hats' help after learning about Kuma's memories. And see Oda doing since he did it with Vivi and Rebecca as well. Also, people have been connecting the significance of the beetle because Khepri is the Egyptian god of the rising sun, or you could say the dawn. Khepri is also depicted as a beetle. Bonney experienced a swarm of beetles in Egghead, with Luffy present as well. Oda is clearly hinting at Bonney becoming a Straw Hat because any other crewmate could have picked up the lightsaber if Oda wanted to show off Vegapunk's creation, but chose Bonney to do it. Like, come on, Frankie or Usopp would love to play around with lightsabers. Another popular idea in the community is the Gorowase, which is the Japanese word for wordplay, and the Devilfruit names, which would add up to the Sanigo, which is the 1000 Sunny, as 3, 2, and 5 to make up 325. The numbers of the Straw Hat crew's Devilfruit powers are 110 for Choppo's Hito, 43 for Brook's Yo Mi, and 87 for Robin's Ha Na. Luffy's Go Mu would be 56, leaving 29 for the last Devilfruit power, but with the reveal of his Nika Devilfruit, people believe that Luffy's Devilfruit is 29 for Ni Q, or Ka, leaving the number 56 as the last crewmate member for the Straw Hats. So why do I think Bonney might fit the bill here? Bonney's Devilfruit might be the Gora Gora no Mi. Goro or Koro means time, around, or about, specifically a longish period of time compared to Toki, which is an instant period of time. Bonney's Devilfruit makes the person affected go to a certain age time frame, which could be a toddler, child, adult, or an old man. Now you might be thinking, we already have the Gora Gora no Mi with Enel. To that, I say it might be possible that Enel's Devilfruit be pronounced Gyo Gyo, as that is the rumbling sound of thunder, while Goro Goro is also used as the sound of a stomach and the sound of a heavy object rolling. This pun might be why Bonney is always hungry, just like Luffy, who has the Nika Devilfruit, which also sounds like Nikyu, which means meat in Japanese. The other way would be the Kora Kora no Mi. Koro means the heart or soul, as well as time, around, or about, which would connect nicely with the parts of the Nika Devilfruit. However, this is already taken as well since the Kora Kora no Mi is a non-canon paramecia type Devilfruit that allows the user to turn their hands and feet into train wheels, making them a rail car human. Really, Oda? A rail car human? Anyways, although this might be a stretch since Oda has to correct these already taken Devilfruit names, I still believe that Bonney's Devilfruit connection, along with the rest of the Strawhats Devilfruit users, connects back with Luffy's Nika Devilfruit. Let me know what y'all think about Bonney joining the Strawhats, and if it would make sense. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It really helps out my channel and the algorithm. Also, if you guys find another Devilfruit ability that has the abilities of the Sun God Nika Devilfruit, put them down in the comments. Thanks for watching, let Oda cook, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.